What is going on, guys? It's your boy CST Gaming with yet another video review here with a couple of products actually. Today we're going to take a look at the WinWing MCDU, the WinWing PFP3N, and the PU Air Korea CDU V2. I have had a lot of questions from the community asking me, hey, CST Gaming, which one should I get? Should I go for the WinWing MCDU? Should I go purchase myself a WinWing PFP3N? Or should I get the PU Air Korea CDU V2 and some extra panels to be able to fly different aircraft?
From the cockpit to the mic, streaming dreams take off in flight. Global journeys left.
If you like what you see, please check out our channel sponsors and partners linked in the description down below. By doing so, you will let me continue to provide videos like this in the future. You may also find unique discount codes from some of our sponsors for a small savings. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, turn on notifications to get warned on future streams and videos like this. To my sponsors and members of the channel, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, as none of this would be possible without you all. I salute you.
Alright guys, before we dive into actually looking at these products individually, let's see at what both companies have to offer individually, and starting with WinWing. Now WinWing offers the MCDU, and then they offer the PFP 3, 4, and 7. So a total of 4 FMSs, if you want to call them that way, 4 different CDUs for 4 different aircraft. Starting with the MCDU, and in the same fashion with the rest of them, they come in at $129.95 each. So let's round that up to $130 without considering taxes and without considering shipping cost. If you was to buy each individual panels, each individual CDUs, meaning the MCDU, the WinWing MCDU, the WinWing PFP3, the WinWing PFP4, and the WinWing PFP7, which is very doable, you're looking at a total of $520. Again, that's before considering any type of shipping cost or any type of taxes related to the cost depending on where you live. Now, if we quickly take a look at the PU CDU V2 by PU Air Korea, you will see that it comes in at $279.99, so let's say $280 with 1 free pad. Okay, so that's $280 with 1 pad. So meaning you'll buy this thing $280 and it functions as 1 CDU, 1 aircraft. So if you was to say get this particular CDU with the Airbus pad, then you would only be able to use it with the Airbus pad itself. Now the pads come in 2 different configurations. You'll get the plastic pad, which is actually pretty good quality, and you have the option to opt in for the premium aluminum keypad. Now the plastic pad comes in at $69.99, round that up to $70, and the aluminum pad comes in at $119.99. Let's round that up to $120. Well, what does that mean? Let's say that you want to get this CDU and you want to have an equivalent of 4 different CDUs, kind of like we did with the WinWing, right? So if you was to get 4 WinWing CDUs, one for the Airbus, one for the 737s, one for the 747s, and one for the 777s, you're looking at spending $520 total. Again, that's before shipping and taxes depending on where you live. Now if you go with the PU CDU V2 and you opt in for the plastic version, you're looking at $280 plus 1 pad and $70 for every additional pads. So you will have to get 3 more pads. So let's say you get the PU CDU V2 plus the Airbus pad, you will have to spend another $70 for the, let's say, the 747, and another $70 for the 777, and another $70 for any other airplane that you might want to get. So let's say you want to get a total of 4. That means that you're spending $280 plus $70 for 3 additional, individually $70 a piece for 3 additional plates, which will bring your total cost to $490. So $490 with the PU CDU V2 gets you the actual CDU and 4 plastic pads. Now let's say, hey man, I want to get the premium aluminum keypad. You're looking at spending $690 in that configuration. All right. I will tell you this. I have one aluminum pad, which we'll take a look at in a minute, and I have two other plastic pads, which we'll take a look as well. And I will tell you that for the cost, I would stick with the plastic ones, unless, like I said, unless you just want that aluminum look and feel, which does feel great. Go ahead and go for that. But you know, money saving. Let's say you can't spend that much money, or it's not in your budget. Trust me, the $70 plastic pads are just as good. All right, guys. Now let's take a look at some features of this particular products individually. Let's go ahead and start with the WinWing MCDU. Obviously, a lot of you that follow me, you absolutely know that I love this product. I love WinWing. I love what WinWing is doing in the flight simulation market, and I wish they just keep it coming, man, because it's absolutely fantastic. Now, this particular product, it's all plastic, obviously. The keypads they feel really good, and the buttons themselves are almost like soft rubber. But they feel really good to the touch. Positive click all around. No complaints there whatsoever. Everything works as it should. One thing that is good to point out is that the actual fonts and colors of the display are not a one-to-one representation of the real Airbus when it comes to the MCDU. And same thing can be said for the PFPs as well. But you can modify it. You can go download the realistic fonts from whatever source you like. I haven't done it because I really don't care, to be quite honest with you. And you can actually modify the fonts on this thing to make it look exactly like the real thing. So that's a big plus. Another big positive about the WinWing products is the fact that looking at the back, all you have is USB-C plugs, meaning you don't need an additional HDMI port to be able to display the screen on this particular product. You simply run the Sim app, Pro app in the background, and it does all the work for you. That goes the same with the FCU, EFIS, and the PAP3 for the Boeing version as well. So this product is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I can't recommend it enough if you're looking to use it with your Airbus products on flight simulation. Now the same thing can be said for the PFP3. Okay, same good quality by WinWing. Buttons are pretty much identical to the ones on the MCDU, but over here obviously you're looking at the Boeing version, and here you're looking at an Airbus version. So that's literally the only difference. The screen is slightly bigger, which I think is the same thing in real life. The screen of the Boeing is slightly bigger than the Airbus, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, and this thing functions fantastically. I can't stress it enough, man. WinWing is absolutely revolutionizing the flight simulation market. Same thing in the back. All you need is a USB adapter here, USB-C, to be able to run this particular peripheral. And you plug it, you run the Sim app Pro, you launch the sim, and it just works, man. It's that simple. There's no fussing, there's no programming, none of that stuff. Now, it is also worth saying that, let's say you only want to buy this MCDU and you don't want to spend the extra money for an additional MCDU for your 737s, or an additional MCDU for your 74s, or an additional MCDU for your 777s. You have the option of using programs such as MobiFlight to be able to make this particular MCDU work with your Boeing. You can make it work with numerous other airplanes if you know what you're doing on MobiFlight. It is not the best thing in my humble opinion. I'd rather have it to where you plug it in, you run the proprietary apps in the background and it just works. That's the way I like it. So if I was to go strictly WinWing, which is a very good quality product, and I want to have it for all the range of my airplanes, such as Airbus and Boeings and so on and so forth, then I would say buy each individual panels. And again, those will cost you around $130 each. So if you buy all 4 of them, like I said before, there's a good little sum of money that you're gonna have to cough up to get all 4 of these panels. Now, at the time of this recording, this is what I could find on the WinWing website as far as compatibility is concerned when it comes with the MCDU and the PFP3. Now, looking at what's on screen right now, you would see that the MCDU is compatible with the Phoenix, fly-by-wire, the FLIGHTBEAM Lab, the Airbus 320 Neo V1 and V2, and AnyBuilds 350 is probably soon to come, if not already available. And then obviously we have different planes that it is compatible to on X-Plane 12 and 11, such as your TOBII, your flight factors, and your Airbus 330 by X-Plane themselves. Now, looking at the PFP3, this is what I found on the WinWing website as of time of this recording. Is PMDG. I know for a fact that it's compatible with all the PMDG 737s. That's the 600, 700, 800, and 900, as I have tested them myself. It is also compatible with the 737 MAX by iFly. I have actually tested that as well. And I have not tested it with the actual Asobo 737 MAX in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. But right there it says estimated release date of April 20th, 2025. So today is the 24th, so I'm assuming that it is compatible. And you can read what airplane they're compatible with. It is compatible with on X-Plane 12 and 11. You got the Zibo, Game Official 737, and so on and so forth. Just take a look at the dates. Make sure that indeed they are compatible. Some of them, like for example, your Zibo 737, if I'm reading that correctly, it says July 13th of 2025, so it might not yet be compatible. So make sure, actually no, that's for X-Plane 11. X-Plane 12 on the Zibo says January 25th, 25. So I'm not an X-Plane person, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but right here is saying that as of today, the Zibo should be compatible with the PFP3. Alright guys, now let's take a look at the PU Air Korea CDU V2. This was sent to me a few weeks ago. I have used it, and again, just like the WinWing products, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Size-wise, it's very compatible to the WinWing. As you can see here, let's put them side by side. It's not too much bigger, if any bigger at all. I mean, it's almost identical in size. I don't know if this is a one-on-one representation of the real one, but here's this is again the PU Air Korea CDU V2. Now, what is the coolest part about this particular CDU is the fact that you buy one CDU and you are able to just buy and swap different faceplates easily to be able to get it to be able to fly different aircraft. And there's a laundry list long of aircraft that you are able to fly with this particular CDU. And the way this thing works is the faceplates themselves are literally held in place by magnets. So you can literally just pull this thing out, and there's the plate with the buttons. And this is your CDU with the screen and all the backlit buttons. They all feel very good, very positive clicks. And yes, all you do is just put this bad boy back on there. The magnets pull it into place, and off you go, man. Now, I have only used this with the PU Air Korea app. It's a lightweight app that runs in the background. It recognizes exactly what airplane you're flying, and it just works. It's that simple. I've tried it with the 777. I've tried it with the PMDGs, and I've tried it with the Phoenix, and it works absolutely flawlessly, fantastically. There's a review video that I've posted on this thing. Go ahead and find it if you want to find out more about this particular product. Now, the one thing that draws a lot of people back from actually going with a product like this is the fact that when looking at the back, right, you're going to need to be able to hook it up to a USB-C for power and an HDMI port for your screen to work, right? Now, the way that works is obviously you plug in your USB and your HDMI port, you run the app in the background, and then once you launch the sim and you are ready to go, you would have to pop out your pilot CDU screen, and then once you pop it out with the actual PU Air Korea app, all you gotta do is simply press a button and it automatically transfers the screen to this screen. You don't need to resize it, you don't need to adjust it, it just does it on its own. It puts the screen on there and it's perfect, ready to go. No issues, no adjustment, no messing with it, it just does it. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the little app that they actually have, PU Air Korea. It makes the whole process of popping out the panel and sending it to your CDU, it makes that process so simple. No need to run extra programs in the background to, you know, like pop out managers or anything like that. It just does it automatically. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Now, we talked about the difference in fillings and all the good stuff between a plastic plate and an aluminum, a premium aluminum plate. Obviously, the price is noticeable, right? When you're talking $70 for this, for your plastic version, and $120 for your aluminum version. The aluminum version, the cool part about it is it feels heavier, right? It feels more better quality. Obviously, it's all metal, it's aluminum. The buttons, I want to say the buttons are the same that the same buttons that come in the plastic version. No different with the buttons. But yeah, the aluminum version has a little bit more weight. It is CNC machined, so it does feel cold to the touch. It does feel better. But at the same time, looking at the plastic version, yes, it is lighter. When you touch it, it is plastic. You know it's plastic right away as soon as you touch it. But I mean, look at this thing. The quality of this plates are absolutely fantastic, right? Like I said before on my review video, this is definitely not 3D printed. This is all machined plastic or preformed. I don't know how they do it, but all the buttons stay with the panels. You simply pull the panel out. This is what the back of it looks like, and yeah, right now the PU Air Korea sent me 3 panels. They sent me a premium aluminum for your Airbus, which is this one right here, and then they sent me 2 additional plastic panels, one for your 737NG, which is this one right here, and then obviously in the background you can see that we have the ones for your 777, and that can be used for your 777, your 747, and your 757, 767s. You know, those airplanes. You can use this panel for all those airplanes. And like I said, it's just you plug it in, you run the app, you pop out your panel, hit the button, it automatically sends it to the screen, and you are done. No fuss, nothing to adjust. It just simply works. Like I said, one of the things that a lot of people are worried about when it comes with the PU Air Korea CDU V2 is the fact that you got to pop out the panel. Now, if you have a medium to high specs computer, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have no issues doing that whatsoever. I've noticed maybe, and I don't want you guys to gauge it off of my system. I have a very, very good system, so I always be careful when I say stuff like this. But now, on my system, I have noticed virtually no FPS drops, if any. Maybe a couple, 2 to 5 FPS, if that. But it does not affect my immersion in any way, shape, or form. I'm able to pop those panels out, send it to my MCDU, and off I go, man. I have no performance issues. I have no flickering, no stuttering, none of that stuff. It's lightweight, runs in the background, and I'm able to do all that. So, all right, guys. Well, this was my quick follow-up videos on this particular products. Whether you go with with WinWing or PU Air Korea, they're both great products. They do exactly what they're designed to do. An additional thing that I would throw out there is that PU Air Korea has already talked to me, and they're coming out with 2 additional panels to their fleet, one for the MD11 and one for the CRJ, which we are hopefully going to get to showcase that sometime soon. Again, guys, I want to stress out that I am not paid by WinWing, nor I'm getting paid by PU Air Korea. I'm simply provided these amazing products, and I feel very fortunate to be able to do so. To be able to review, showcase them, and let you guys know what I think about it. Again, I wouldn't put one over the other. I think WinWing is doing an amazing job when it comes to flight simulation peripherals, and they are literally breaking the flight simulation market. And PU Air Korea is obviously a much smaller company. Only a couple of people are part of that company. They're based obviously in Korea, real pilots, enthusiasts like we are, and they're just trying to do some good for the community. So I strongly support both WinWing and PU Air Korea. I think they're doing amazing stuff. And yeah, as always, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I think they're both amazing products. And until next time, as I always say, guys, I salute you all. Please continue to stay safe, have fun, and as always, peace out.
Global journeys left and right. CST gaming less than 9.